Hey, what's going on? This is Jeff with the Jeff Talks podcast and the Learning to Rise Academy. So, this is kind of a great topic. We're talking about forgiving yourself today. And it's kind of funny, but I already recorded this video and now I'm having to do it over because I didn't push a stinking button on my little remote thing and I'm kind of beating myself up right now. So, perfect opportunity for me to practice being kind and compassionate to myself because I'm literally frustrated that I'm having to do this video all over again. But again, how appropriate for this topic. So, somebody reached out to me on Facebook. I actually asked, what are some of the topics that you guys would like to hear about? And one of them was forgiving yourself. So I think that that is a super, super important, like if not the most important and very powerful just topic. For me, being in recovery, it basically consisted of writing stuff down, writing down a list of all my resentments. Um, a lot of them are towards myself. Why I was resentful at those things, each one, and then the cause, not the cause, what it affected, like how it basically affected me. And then the fourth column, the fourth question or whatever was, where was I to blame and where was I at fault? And it was the most powerful and like enlightening experiences I've ever had. And ever since I've done that, I've been I've been free from alcohol for 3 years, free from drugs for 3 years, and I'm living a completely different life than I have been. So I have beautiful like relationships, with my family, um, and it's just with friends, and it's just been an absolute roller coaster of just like joy. So that's what I did. I wrote it all down. I cleaned out the engine filter, if you will, because obviously I was running off of an incredibly dirty filter. So the way that I saw the world was based off of my filter. So it was gross, a lot of gunk, dirt, mud, and just a lot of crap. So for me, I had to focus on myself, and cleaning that filter and how I perceived the world, how I perceived others, and also most importantly, how I perceived myself. So I would like write it all down, just how resentments, and then what was the second one? Why I was resentful, what it affected, and then where was I to blame, where was I at fault. Then from there, you make amends to yourself. You literally write down that like Jeff, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause harm in this way, and then you write down whatever it was. You didn't deserve to be treated like that, and da 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 da. And then also, if you feel inclined to make right those wrongs towards others, then do that. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but that's just what I did. So whenever when I started to clean up my side of the street, everything started to become so much clearer. And I started becoming aware of oh my gosh, so my inner dialogue is how I treat myself is how I treat others. So if I can learn to love myself and to forgive myself, the more I can love and forgive others. So that's what I would suggest you do. If that's not your cup of tea, cool. But that was just my experience. I only share my experience. I don't give advice. That was my experience. So, but it is so incredibly important. The more and the deeper that we can go with our self, the deeper that we can go with others. The kinder that we are to ourselves, whether it's being grateful every morning, 3 things that you're grateful for every morning, that will start priming your mind, right? And almost trick it to think that I'm receiving a gift. Why am I grateful? I must be receiving something. So then you're priming your mind to look at things more positively throughout your day, throughout your week, and do that consistently every single morning. You can write those down too. And then when you come back at the end of the day, you can reflect on how your mindset and your perspective was. If you had any negative thoughts and if you beat yourself up, and if you did, write them down and then forgive yourself for those, and then be kind to yourself, and there's a new day tomorrow. You can always start again. Never too late to push the reset button. So more than anything, I also wanted to empathize with you if you're struggling with forgiving yourself. I struggled with that for 10 years. That's, I had to numb, and I used substances to numb myself, so that I didn't have to feel, because I didn't know how to forgive myself. And more than anything, I beat myself up for stuff more than I did anybody else. And I was always super giving and forgiving of others, but in reality, that's really just what I wanted for myself. So now, having the tools, right, and the little steps to start working in that direction, my life is incredible. I'm so grateful. Is it perfect? Hell no. But I'm trying, and I'm still just trying to be consistent with my gratitude, with the journaling, and making amends to myself and to others. Um, so that's basically it. Another thing, a little tip that really, really has helped is using a breathing technique before, like in the morning or whenever, before you start writing stuff down, or even after, or if you get stuck in your head and you can't stop, like just beating yourself up, man, you're just in it. There's an incredible, super, super powerful breathing technique that I put in the link. It's 100% free. It's called the pronesis, which is the Greek word for practical wisdom. Love that word. I got it tattooed on my arm. It's pretty dope. Pronesis Breathing 101 freebie workshop. Check it out. It was designed to serve you. So I think that's about it. I'll leave the link in the description. I love you and I forgive you, even though I have no idea what you did. But the question is, can you forgive you? That's what matters. So I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.